the first test of the $20 dash cam, doing a collaboration with Panzer Platform and probably some other channels. I don't have it permanently mounted because I'm going to permanently mount it probably in my mother-in-law's truck, since she doesn't have a dash cam. And this one's simple enough that you can just stick it to the glass and then put a cigarette lighter plug in and do it that easy if you want. Or you can get more fancy and wire in a USB connector and plug it in that way, or you can hardwire it if you know how to do that. When I say hardwire, I don't mean actually like cutting off connectors or anything. What I normally do is install a cigarette lighter plug somewhere, plug in the cigarette lighter plug to that, and then just run that to the camera. So it's basically always in, and it's not using up your cigarette lighter plug. Which, like I said, my existing one, in my opinion, is the best one I've ever had. It doesn't lose the time, it just works. Start the car, it starts recording. Off the car, it stops recording. It seems to record everything. There's no goofy, oh, it was on motion detection, so it only recorded a couple seconds and stuff. I mean, it just works. And I think the video quality is really good. So we'll see how this $20 camera compares. The one I'm using permanently was, I think I got them for like $79 when I got them. I think they were on sale. Unfortunately, I don't see them listed anymore, so I don't know if they are just out of stock or permanently discontinued, or you know how that stuff on Amazon goes. They will replace it with another quote-unquote brand. It's the exact same product, or you can tell a lot of times you'll see the same product, just, you know, manufacturer, and it will go under many different brand names, but it's the same product. So it's possible that that's happened. I haven't really looked because I haven't been in the market for a dash cam. So I just got this one because Chuck wanted to do a collaboration, and of course, any chance I can do a collaboration, I like to do it. So hopefully this is getting some good footage. I'm going to install it permanently, or at least semi-permanently, in the Silverado. And I want to remove the A-pillar to fish the wire through there. So you see these caps pull out of there to expose the bolts inside. That's what I use to open those up. It's two 10mm bolts that hold that on, and then that just slides out. And you can see the clips, so it just popped it off again using that red plastic tool. And then just got to be careful to see, since there's a speaker and airbag there, to make sure I don't trigger the airbag or anything like that. And then down at the bottom it's probably just kind of fitted in, and maybe like a little wrestling match to get that out of there. And yes, it just fits in the bottom. I'm going to leave it connected, but I could disconnect the speaker right there and then totally remove it. But I'm just needing basically to fish. So I'm going to drop a fishing tool down there to pull that wire up through, run it along there, run it along the headliner, and then drop it out kind of around the mirror area. Fishing is actually going to be even easier than expected, because this panel here, you see, just has 3 little retainer clips, so it just pops right off. I was gonna take this out and take this out, and I had a fish stick to run down through there, and I was gonna try to get it at the bottom, but I don't have to do that because I can run the wire right up through there. So that'll be easier and nice. The downside is that is full-time power, and I like it to be on accessory power. So I'm going to have to find an accessory power
hopefully there's one in there, and do my own little cigarette lighter plug and run the camera off of that, because I know if I do this it'll be left on all the time, the battery will drain, I'll get complaints about that. And if I say, hey, just plug that in every time you drive, it's never gonna happen. There'll be a wreck one day and I'll say, well, at least you have the camera footage, right? And I'll say, oh, I forgot to plug it in. So it has to be totally dummy proof, so I'm gonna do it so where camera kicks on every time you start the car. So I ever mention how much I hate vehicle engineers? There's not a single accessory power wire in this whole bunch. There's plenty of hots and there's plenty of weird 2 volt, 5 volt, 6 volt, 4 volt, all sorts of weird stuff, but no accessory wires in here. From what I can tell on the wiring diagrams, pink should be an accessory power wire. I have not found a single pink wire anywhere in the vehicle. So coming to the driver's side, I got into here, and again, nothing accessory in any of these power sources. However, this little blue wire right there, second one from the end, is apparently accessory. So I'm going to tap into that and run a wire all the way across the other side to have my cigarette lighter plug over there. Another strikeout for Chevy engineers, though. I mean, how simple would it be to have hot and accessory in every major power block? I don't understand it. And this may be why the battery's always dying on here. It may be because everything runs hot all the time, and so perfect storm for a parasitic draw. Attached a fish stick, ran it all the way across underneath up in there. It's going to be the only pass through, but it did come out over here, so you can see as I pull, it will eventually bring the wire over here once I get everything uncaught. Okay, we're going to test it out. I've got it soldered on this side, wire run across. And over here, I just have it touching the blue wire right now just to make sure before I cut in or solder or do anything else to it. Put the key in and the camera should kick on. And it does. And it starts recording. And then when you turn the key off, should shut off. Yep. So that's how you want it to work. So I will tap that in to the blue wire a whole lot better than what it is right now, because that won't last. So there's the power cord. I just did a tuck basically underneath the headliner. Sorry about the lighting. It's hard when it's backlit. And then just gonna run that down the A-pillar, and it comes out over here, and then I'll just roll up the excess wire and basically stick that in there and secure it so it doesn't rattle, because I know my wife, I hear a rattle sound. So gotta make sure that doesn't happen. A zip tie around there and nice and secure, it's not going anywhere, but easy to remove if you ever needed to. You just obviously cut the zip tie. So it mounts, I don't know, I'm going to call that a T-mount. I don't really know, but it fits into there and then clips into place. So once it's on your windshield, you would go the opposite direction, basically pull the camera that way and it would release. So it's just got the sticky tape to mount the mounting bracket. I've cleaned the glass up there with alcohol, and I'm just gonna press it on there and hold it for about 30 seconds or a minute. So now, when she turns it on, it will kick on and it'll start recording. And then when you turn the key off, it will automatically shut off. Alright, what do I think of the camera? Actually, for a $20 camera, it's really good. It's very small, so it's somebody with big hands, it's a little more difficult to operate. But once you get it set up, I mean, it just sits there and records, and then if you get into a wreck or you get a ticket or whatever where you need the video, just pop the memory card out, put it in your computer, and you got video. The video quality seems to be pretty good. I mean, obviously, if you really want to spend big bucks, you can probably get better quality, but for a $20 camera, it's really good. I want to see it at night. I've only done it at daytime, but like I said, the quality was excellent for daytime. And can't beat the price and simplicity, as you saw. Just basically, if you want to, you can just plug it in the cigarette lighter and move on down the road. Me, I like having a cleaner installation. So I like having the cleaner installation than just plugging it in any old cigarette lighter plug. You see that wire does not want to stay tucked up there. Thank you, Chevy engineers. But it's clean the rest of the way. You don't even know that there's anything in there. So yeah, if you don't have a dash cam, you need to get a dash cam. I'm telling you, people drive so stupid, and they will hit you and be totally their fault, and then they will lie. You got a dash cam, it might save you. Same thing with a ticket. You run a yellow light and they say you ran a red, you're going to have proof of the color of the light. Now obviously, if you're a crazy driver, the dash cam may be evidence against you, so keep that in mind too. But I love running with a dash cam, and for 20 bucks, can't go wrong. So check out the other collaborators. I'm sure they're going to have a totally different take on this, and appreciate a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.